I'm live, although you probably wouldn't know it because I messed up on the um, setting it up. I forgot to put the time in. But it happens. Well, I posted a deer video, and in 26 minutes, 648 views. I think I read somewhere if you get 1,000 in an hour, that is considered viral. I don't believe I've ever gotten a viral video. Let's see. Mr. Compress says hello. Banana Man says hi. How are you guys? Hey, Michael. Give me 1 second. So what I had read, I don't see anything, but I had read somewhere that a viral video is 1,000 views within an hour. I don't know if that's true or not, but in 26 minutes, I have a short that has 659, 27 minutes. So that's not too bad. So it's nice to see you guys here. Who else do we have here? Sniper and Runner Boy. Play local. Hey, Simon. How are you guys? Simon says, yes, Yogi. Nice to see you, my friend. Mr. Comfort says, quote of the day. The only possible journey is the one you never begin. I like it. Oh, my friend sent me over here to say hi. Does your friend happen to be Void Reapers by any chance? Just taking a guess. So I think it might have been Monday or Tuesday. One boy says, yes, Yogi, play local. Is that what my shirt says? I wonder what did you put your shirt on today? Impossible equals I'm possible. Nice, I like that. Here's the story with his shirt. I was in a 100-mile race, and it was pouring down rain. It was in late April, but it was chilly out, and I was soaked. I got to an aid station. Wednesday sucks, Simon. Yeah, they can. Mr. Comfort says, yes, I thought so. And I got to my aid station, pulled out my bag. I couldn't find stuff to change into. I couldn't find a clean shirt. That didn't have to be clean. I couldn't find a dry shirt to change into. And I was looking, and I'm thinking, this really sucks. It puts me in a dangerous position. You too. Have a good day, Mr. Comfort. It put me in a dangerous position of hypothermia. Hypothermia happens less than you think in the dead of winter, and more often in the fall or spring, when something like a wet shirt and cold rain and no way to warm yourself up. And a guy, I didn't know him, but he knew my name. It's not surprising, in running communities, people get to know you, especially ultra running, because it's a smaller sport. And he said, you okay, Eric? Or something like that. And I said, yeah, I can't find a dry shirt. I'm going to have to head out in a wet shirt. And he said, nope, here you go. Gave me this shirt. For a shoe store in West Virginia. Little acts of kindness, little acts of grace. You never know when to expect them. I've been thinking about all day, and I'm thinking about with our friend Brian White. Had a conversation Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those days. It might have been Monday. We talked about St. Francis. Mr. Comfort says, Void is actually my workout partner. Nice. What kind of workouts do you guys do? He's a good guy. I appreciate him coming here. Free shirts do roll. They do. If I don't remember who it was. Like I said, I didn't recognize him, but he knew me. He told me to say that this morning. It's a great message. I appreciate it. I'd love to give it back to him, even though I've grown accustomed to it. So we talked about St. Francis, Brian and I. Think Squirrel Sniper was there, and Miss Flipper was there. And St. Francis has been on my mind ever since. One of the first prayers I ever did was St. Francis. And I'm thinking of, hey, Martine, Food from Afar is here. And Luna Bosco is here, says hello. Hello, my friend. Let's see. Simon says, buzz off your content there, Yogi. Thanks, Simon. I appreciate that. Isaac says, what's your thought on life after death? Just about to talk on that, Isaac. Luna says, Jello Eric. Hello, my friend. Mr. Comper says, I don't know what they're called. Oh, workout wise, I got a pancake song. Awesome. So, Isaac, yeah, I was just getting ready to talk about that. 13 in the chat. Can we get some thumbs up? That would be cool. Thank you, guys. He's the one that chooses. I just go along. It's good that way sometimes. I don't know my views on after death. I like how Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Zen master, talks about when his mother died, and he realized that just from a pure scientific matter, every single molecule that made up her existence, every single atom, every single particle, was still in existence and was already becoming something else. And he smiled at the thought that he could recognize his mother in the blossom of a flower or the tip of a feather on a cardinal. That his mother, her presence, was every bit as live now as it ever was, just in a different form. We know that from quantum physics. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. What are we, if not pure essence, pure energy? I've read some Tibetan Buddhism about the bardos, about entering different phases and then recycling back. I like how some Buddhists talk about rebirth. It's different than reincarnation. I like the fact in Course in Miracles that we are ready, that which we will always be, dreaming that we're not, that it's Lila, the play of God, or Maya, illusion itself. Let me catch up real quick. Mr. Comfort says, all I know is that burpees is one of his favorites. Gotta love burpees. We have a lot of burpee fans here. Food from Afar is feeling happy. Hey, Dean. Sinky support. Jacob, my friend. We got some Jacob love. And Michael's back. Welcome back, Michael. Ortiz says, stop biting my nails for New Year's resolution. So I'm not biting them. Awesome. Way to go, Martine. Michael says, my thought is that we come back as energy, and that energy comes back as what our personalities were when we were alive. Nice. Interesting. Simon says, burpees. Dan says, sup, Yogi? Hey. Hey, Austin. Dan. And Mr. Compass says, have a good day. See you later. Take care, Mr. Compass. So Burpee Reaper's here, says Yogi. Hey, I got to talk to you, Reaper. I have a few questions. So the answer is, I don't know what happens after we die. It could be anything. I know how Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within, and of course, Miracles further clarifies that with the kingdom of heaven is you. It's not just within, that we are literally the kingdom of heaven, asleep and dreaming that we're not. Simon says, weather condition, Yogi. It's going to snow. We're going to get about 1 inch of snow tonight on top of about 7 inches we already have. It snowed in South Carolina, where Austin is. Reed says, what is this? It is basically just an extended conversation. Questions, no real answers, but we just talk it through. UK is freezing. Yeah, you guys have gotten hit pretty hard, haven't you, weather-wise? That's what I wanted to ask you, Reaper. Ask me, Yogi. I got banned from YouTube for 2 weeks. What are you allowed to talk about? What it's for? Michael says, so if we were a good person in our life, energy will be, and if we were bad in life, so will our energy be. Gotcha. Interesting, Michael. Ortiz says we had snow and bad weather this week. Wasn't able to go out, so I couldn't do any videos. I've been watching you videos, Martine. I hope you see something in your watch hours. So, guys, if you guys don't mind giving some watch hours to Martine, doing a playlist. And a little bit, Stuart asked if we would like to hear the pancake song. Yeah, maybe like towards the end. Poor man says, what did he do, Reaper? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Isaac says, I've watched a lot of videos on near-death experiences, and many of them come back with the fear of God because they've seen hell. Do you think their experiences are legit? It's far from me to dismiss anyone's experience. You know, it's just not me. Now, I've had some experience with plant medicine that point me in the other direction. I've had some experiences in deep, deep meditation that point me in another direction. My own study of yoga, Buddhism, Course in Miracles paint a different picture, but it's not for me. I think the consciousness that we have, what we've been brought up with, the thinking mind might represent in those final moments what we see. Whether or not that's the permanent state, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Man, we got a hashtag gay. That's some serious gay. When you hashtag it, spoke some truth, they didn't like it, and they banned me. Wow. Hey, send me an email on the truth that you spoke. Oh, Martine says, I said, thank you. Eric, you missed it in the chat. I'm sorry, Martine. Simon says, no bandy, guys. Oh, and thank you, Eric, for watching my playlist. You're awesome. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Absolutely. And I enjoy it. I really do enjoy watching them. Sorry, I missed you, my friend. Reaper says, bro, Dan, we got some more hashtag gay. That's some serious gay. Dan says, we know Clint. Easy says, hey, guys. Hey, Easy. Hey, Easy. We're talking about life after death a little bit. Simon says, moderate, guys. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I don't care. Isaac says, did you know that gopher wood trees only grow in Florida? It's the same wood Noah built the ark with. I didn't know that. Wow. Huh. What do you make of that, Isaac? Simon says, okra. Be cool, guys. Martine says, no problem. You have a lot of chat. But I meant what I said. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Wetback says, chill, guys. Wetback, how are you? Easy says, ooh, my favorite topic. What do you got for us, Easy? Reaper says, I try to undo Reaper pickup. That's no problem. I mean, if it happens, if someone gets rid of something, go ahead and leave it undone. That's fine. Wetback says there's no use for that type of language, guys. Thank you, Wetback. Dan says, Isaac, how do you know the type of wood? I've never been found and don't recall biblical references to wood type. Simon says some love to Wetback. We've Eric said Wetback. Probably the first time to our friend Wetback, him coming here. Hey, Cat. Cat says, so yogis and chatters. And Wetback says, what's up, Simon? Reaper says, let me be clear that was no hiccup. I meant to do that. I'm glad you're doing good. How you feeling? Matisse says, please be respectful to our host guys. Simon says, be nice guys. Wetback says, Reaper, don't call me no Wetback, sir. Easy says, well, for starters, I absolutely believe in life after death. Hey, Easy, if you want to come up for 5 minutes on the live stream. Reaper's laughing. Ortiz says, don't forget to hit the like button and share and subscribe. Yogi never asked for it, so I do. Thank you, Martine. And Isaac says, I Googled it, and it's a fact, according to the internet. Someone says, we all buzz off, Yogi and Stu. Whitbeck says, it's all love, guys. Got to have a good laugh every now and then. Absolutely. And you know what? The more often, the better. The more often, and the more that we can, find ourselves laughing in situations when before we used to get upset, the more easily we can let go. Happy we are in life, the less resentment we hold. Imagine going through life being offended by everything. How joyless it would be. So, I was talking about the prayer of St. Francis. The last line says, it is in dying to self that we are born to eternal life. And I'm thinking about eternal moments. Moments that last forever in our heart. And sometimes they're just little ones we don't even realize that we're storing. Let me know, which of those moments do you guys have in your heart? I think of, hey, Jamie. I think of just little things that really touch me so deeply. And some things we don't even realize. There was an elderly couple that used to walk their dog around the pond around the same time that Milk and I walked Misty around our pond. And we would see that elderly dog, and it got harder and harder as the months would pass for that dog to walk with them. Eventually, they put the dog in a wagon, took him out for a walk in that wagon. We'd always stop and talk and pet the dog. And one day, we didn't see the couple, and we didn't see the dog. And weeks went by. We saw someone who knew them. We asked, and they said, yes, the dog died, and they can't bring themselves to go out and walk. Never seen that couple again. Never see that dog again. Hey, Medic. Medic says, seeing Bambi's mother die. Yeah, I can see that. That is a moment. But that little puppy and that elderly couple, that's an eternal moment in my heart. It'll stay with me forever. We all have moments like that. Isaac says, by the way, I'm viewing from Georgia. Oh, let me catch up here, guys. Food from Afar says, you're more than welcome, Yogi. You never ask for anything, but you always help us out. Just my little bit to help you. And I appreciate those kind words. Simon says, love to Afar. Isaac says, Genesis 6:14, make thee an ark of gopher wood, room shall make in the ark. I don't know if I ever read it translated as gopher wood. But you know what? I'm thinking about it now, and I can't remember the last time I've read Genesis, although it was requested of me earlier in the week. Michael says, Yogi, I appreciate you, bud, and I did not mean to bug you this morning at all, but thank you for lending an ear. Hey, Michael, you didn't bug me at all, and any concerns you ever have, feel free to always let me know. Always. Dan says, Isaac, it's a mistranslation. Simon says, well said, Afar. Isaac says, by the way, I'm viewing from Georgia. How is the weather in Georgia? Martine says, thank you to Simon. Jamie says, hey to Jamie. Or, I'm sorry, Michael says, hey to Jamie. Wetback says, some people do fighting over trivial things. They are called Karens. We should put aside our pride and just enjoy this world we experience together. Absolutely. Some little things that amount to nothing that we might not even remember in a week that we're willing to fight over. It's because we're stuck in that fight and flight, the parasympathetic or the sympathetic nervous state. And a vagal nerve is frazzled and frayed and weak. So we don't have that ability to go from level 8 back down to level 3. It takes time, but it's supposed to be instantaneously. If you watch a deer frightened by what it thinks is a predator, and then it will run, and it'll stop and look back, and it'll relax. That's the vagal nerve returning back to normal. Burpee Reaper, my friend. Thank you so much. Reaper says, thank you, Yogi, for what you do. For everyone, truly you're a kind person. So glad I met you. Wow. Reaper and I go way back. Reaper was, man, day one. He was here. He's a true friend. He's always had my back. Man, highly appreciated, my friend. Simon says, Karen, scare me? Yeah, they can be scary for sure. Michael says, hey, Medic, how's your day going, my friend? Ortiz says, I also decided I'm not hiding in June. Just won't engage with any certain questions until after. Why should I hide? Awesome. I like that, Martine. Medic is doing great. Says, thanks to Michael. How are you? Get some love to Martine from Simon. Burpee Fisher says, you're my honey bunny pancake, munchkin, maple syrup, yum, yum. You're my sweetie pie. I love you so much, so very much. I will have you till I die. That is the pancake song. And later, towards the end of the live stream, if Stuart's still hanging out, I think he might come up and sing it. Medic says, I love Genesis. Phil Collins was a great drummer. Hey, here's a question for you, Medic. Do you like Genesis in the Peter Gabriel era more, or the Phil Collins singing era more? I think he was always their drummer. Ortiz says, Simon, you need subs? Good question. Simon, do you need subs? Simon, what can we do for you? How can we help you and your channel? Or just you? Let's see. Stuart says, so, Medic, my dearest brother. Isaac says there's snow on the ground and it's freezing. Yeah, same here. I promise, I will catch up in the chat. Simon says you're supporting us, big time, Eric. I love the fact that we're all supporting each other. You know, I was over on Chris's video, Nature's Dog Realms, and she said something that just kind of floored me, and it was really simple. She said, I love being on YouTube. that she loves her YouTube channel. She loves live streaming. And I thought, you know what? So do I. I absolutely love these live streams. This is it, guys. This is my job. This is what I do. Michael says, I hope no one ever wants to use my voice to say that. Joshua says, like done. Thank you, Joshua. Oh, wow, Joshua. This is the amazing, energetic Joshua. Hello, everyone here. Hello, Joshua, my friend. Shoot. Joshua, I apologize. I didn't see you until later, and it's too late for me to reply in the chat, in the super chat, right? That's what it's called. My apologies, but let me just thank you so much, my friend. Another truly good friend and an amazing channel. I'm really sorry that Reaper is timed out right when he was beginning his comeback. Medic says, I think old school is better. I agree with you, Medic. Almost always, I think old school is better. Ortiz says, Michael, it's up to your channel. Nice. Simon says, feel the love. I definitely do. Michael says, thank you, food from afar. I got you back. Nice. Need love, not subs. You got it, Simon. Absolutely. Stuart says, Medic, the relic, it's true. Martine says, Simon and Michael, burden you both with a sub. So if anyone could run a playlist for Martine. All right, let me dig in and really catch up. I see we got some friends here. Christine is here. Christine says, like done. Thank you, Christine. How are you, my friend? Simon says, I'm lost and cold in the UK. Hey, Simon, may you always find yourself here, and may you always be warm with our friendship, my friend. Michael says it would take over 100 takes, and I would be fired. Christine says, Burpee Fisherman, greetings. Martine says, I got to set a date with you, Eric, for a live panel on my channel. Absolutely. That would be fun. Simon sends some love. Thank you, Simon. And Stuart says, hello, Danny, my dearest brother. Hey, Danny. Did not see you come in. Stuart saying hi to everyone. Easy says, maybe one day. Easy. I'd absolutely love you to come up. Would be awesome. Also, let me know when you want to start the mantra meditation. I'm happy to teach you. Easy says, go on stream, but I'm still nervous. I think we will make it, I think we'd put you at ease, everyone here. And I think because you and I love talking about the same thing, you wouldn't even notice that you were live. Someone says, thanks, Yogi. Absolutely. Christine says she's good. She's at work. And it is spam time, guys. Here is the spam time from our friend, the amazing, energetic Joshua. Christine Daw, 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 Christine Daw. I have left off a couple of Christines. Just a couple. Thank you, Joshua. And that is definitely worth the shout out. Let's see. Food from Afar says you free on Sunday the 19th at 6 p.m. I will let you know. The 19th is my stepdaughter's birthday. Are we talking 6 p.m. your time? Danny says hi to everyone. Thank you, Danny. Michael says, or Simon says, spam rules, especially the way Joshua does it. He uses spam in such a positive way. Easy says we still haven't formally met yet, Yogi. Let's do it sometime next week. Absolutely. Although I feel like we have met, because you and I have been messaging each other for a while now. Uh, I think since summertime, right? Michael says being on panel is nothing more than like video calling, pretty much. I agree. Yep. Christine says, Joshua, I like positivity. Christine, are you connected with Joshua? Because his channel is nothing but high energy positivity, full octane. I like that expression, full octane positivity. Ortiz says, yes, 6 p.m. my time. If not, that Sunday, the following Sunday would be okay. Let's think about that following Sunday. Joshua says, thanks. Reaper says, Stuart. Hey, Reaper, I'm glad it's 2 weeks suck, but I'm glad it's only for 2 weeks. Stuart says, Reaper of the burpees, I got an idea for you. And I get some Starbucks coffee from my friend Danny. Thank you, Danny. Joshua says, Christine, yes, I also like positivity. Reaper says, burpees. Hey, there you go. It's a good idea, Stuart. Stuart says, I can do a live stream and you can join. What do you think of that, Reaper? Let's see. Simon says, push mindfulness, Yogi. Absolutely, Simon. Absolutely. Hey, Simon, if you ever want to come up for a little bit on the live stream and talk about mindfulness, we can do some breath work together. Let me know. Joshua says, full octane. You'll get great warning. Hey, that was Joshua inspired because you are such a hugely positive channel and you are definitely energetic. So, man, describing Joshua's channel is full octane positivity. Let's see. Sir says I can do live streams and you have you on my panel with me. Reaper says play I can't do anybody's live. Martine says okay, we'll schedule it for the 27th January, which is on Sunday 6 p.m. my time. If that's okay with that's okay. And thank you. Yeah, it should definitely be okay. Reaper says I can't join anyone's lives. Dan says naughty boy Reaper. One thing about Reaper from day one, speaks his mind, doesn't hold back. Stuart says you can if it's on StreamYard. Michael says I'm all about positivity. Yes, you are, Michael, for sure. And not just on your videos, your channel for sure, but everywhere I see you. Every live stream, my live stream, other people's live streams, always. Simon says, thanks, Eric. Yeah, I'd love to share some time with you. Michael says, even if I'm positive that I can't type tonight, still positive. Simon says, respect. You as well, my friend. Dan says, Reaper, you'll be back. Hey, Reaper, have you settled into a program yet? Taking my sleep supplement. Martine says I meant schedule it for Sunday the 26th, Sunday at 6 p.m. Gotcha. I'm gonna write that down, Martine. So I believe that's 1 p.m. my time. Reaper's gonna rip you to a new one, bro. And Free from Star says you'll have to message me on Messenger so I have your contact so I can give you a link, Eric. Okay, I will do so. Dan says you can't fight the machine, Reaper. I'll throw water at it. Someone says team positive, X stay strong. You know, I was also thinking about this morning talking about spiritual community. And yogic and Buddhist terms, it's the Sangha. And it really feels that that's what we're all creating together is that spiritual community. Does not have to be the same spiritual beliefs. Just the fact that we all gather here, support each other, talk about things that matter to us. Sometimes deeply serious, sometimes not so serious, sometimes just out and out crazy. I'm definitely responsible for some of the crazy talk. Easy says, by the way, Eric, I've been working on what will hopefully eventually become a book. Since you've published so many books, I would love guidance on the process. Absolutely. Let me know how do you want to go the traditional route? Years ago, when I wrote my first book, I sent it out to publishers and they all sent me back and said, we only accept manuscripts represented by an agent. So I thought, that's fair enough. So I sent my book to agents. They sent me a letter back saying, every one of them, we only represent authors who have been published. So you're going to catch 22. What do? How do you break through? Some people just get lucky. Maybe some people are better writers than me. Probably a lot of people are better writers. Just at that time, the print on demand came out. Barnes & Noble, Amazon didn't have it yet, but Barnes & Noble did. So I did my first book, self-published. Now it's on Amazon. Anyone is ever interested. Dan says, my eyes light up when a troll emerges. Martine says, Stuart, would you do a Sunday in February? And Stuart says he would. People says, Brother Dan, the weekend I can come back. Let's collab, brother. Man, I'd love to see you guys put something together. Martine says, okay, thanks, Stuart. I will be in touch with a date. In touch with a date. Stuart says, Dan is a kid in a Smythe or Smith store when he sees a troll. Poor man says, I've watched Terminator, bro. Water ain't working. Danny says, Yogi, I'm sorry I can't live stream. I'm an adult and I live with parents. I can't. That's okay. Not a problem, Danny. I just appreciate you being here. So it says, perfect, Martine. Let's see. I need to focus on mindfulness breathing. Hey, Simon, have you ever read Thich Nhat Hanh? The thing with mindfulness breathing is, in some cases, it can become almost obsessive because we want to keep pinpointing the breath. But it doesn't have to be continuous. We can just keep bringing our attention back when we remember to bring it back and let it go when we let it go without fussing over it. The benefits come from in the remembering and then placing our attention on the breath and then letting it go. That continuous practice of letting it go and remembering and letting it go and remembering. The problem is when we do become obsessive with it. Then we're not being mindful so much of the breath. We are being um, obsessive of the mindfulness. Sniper's back in the room. Welcome back, Sniper. Foreman says, imagine Schwarzenegger walking into the cop shop and running from a glass of water. Martine says, when I know people better that are YouTubers, I will invite them to a live panel. If they want, just put it out there on Facebook, and just reach out. Awesome, Martine. And thank you for the opportunity. Reaper says, Brother Dan, then I got to get stronger. Let's see. Simon says, date anxiety, as in like going on a date anxiety. Mr. Compress is back. Welcome back. EMP Reaper. What does the EMP stand for? Michael said they had fun in the premiere. Virgin Ivy from the cave came in for sport, and it was a party up in there. Anytime Rich shows up, it's a party, that's for sure. You bring your channel up. I want to make sure that I catch that, Michael. If you haven't seen it yet, The Evolution of Spiders from Michael. Michael, you want to drop the link for it? Reaper says, F yeah, Dan. Simon says, correct, Yogi. When's the date, Simon? It's Simon, are you on Facebook? Christine says, that's right, Eric. Stuart says, molten lava. Reaper says, Brother Dan, collaboration, the first weekend I can get back. So, Reaper, what's the plan? What's your workout plan now? Someone says, my autopilot is controlling my sorry ass. Yeah, we can fix that. We can help with that. It doesn't need to be fixed. We can help with that. And EPM is how they will take us out. Well, that doesn't sound good. Sweating and Smiling Together says, hello, everyone. Hey, Sweating, how are you? Martine says, you're more than welcome. If I can introduce my subs to fellow YouTubers, and hopefully they sub to said channels, that will make me happy. Definitely something we can work with, Martine. Definitely make that happen. Poor man says, electromagnetic pulse. Gotcha. Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Sniper. Explosive missile power. We got Michael's link drop. This is The Evolution of Spiders, guys. Check it out. I plan on watching it before bed. Electromagnetic pulse. Thank you, Mr. Compress. Christine says on. Sniper says Reaper knows the secrets. Michael said it only had 4 people, but they made it fun. That's what it's all about, Michael. Stuart says, shucks, mine was better. Reaper says, Eric, I've started doing burpees on my lunch break, and I eat after 2 p.m. Awesome. Man, it's a shame, though, that you're unable to go live right now, because I love seeing top shape Reaper. It's absolutely awesome to watch. But the fun is in watching how Reaper gets there. So it says, hello, Pokemon. Hey, Pokemon, how are you? Hello, my friend. Good to see you. It's good to see you, too. What's new, Pokemon? What's been going on with you? And how's your channel going? Danny waves a Pokemon. Mr. Compress says, an electromagnetic pulse is a brief birth burst of electromagnetic energy that can be natural or artificial in origin. EMPs can occur as an electric field, magnetic field, or electromagnetic field. Huh. Pokemon says Oral Way, Oral Bay, or a conducted electric current. Mr. Comfort says hello to Danny. Sorry, my cat's making some noise. 14 says, Eric, I meant my subs going to sub example, your channel after or during our live. Same with whoever I have on panel. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Sweatin says, just at my last appointment for the day. How was your day? So what's the deal? What's the big deal with the EMPs? Reba says, yeah, when I come back, I'll be at 4 pumps. I'm a little disappointed that you're not in as bad a shape as I'm used to seeing you when you come back. As weird as that sounds. Semper says, Ripper Reaper, the charactering event 2.0 is coming. Danny waves at sweating. And Simon says, Sue, we're proud you're kicking out burpees. Kicking ass. Keep being a legend. Keep in touch. Yeah, Stuart is on a mission. Reaper says, Sniper, I'm as ready as I'll be. Stuart says, love you, Simon, my dearest brother. Sweating is busy driving in the snow. Yeah, we're getting about an inch tonight, but we already have about 7 inches on the ground. Be careful, Sweating. Michael says, A-Frame Daydream gave me an idea, though. They told me that I could merge several short versions together and make them longer. Hey, that's a thought. Simon says, love you, brother. Fishman says, EPMs blast the troll machine. Dan says, fries circuits. Fries circuits of what, though? I mean, what are we talking about? 14 says, well, late here, and I need to go to bed. Iron broken, so I can't iron the wrinkles out off my face. Yeah, similar position here. Even though I do face yoga. Stefan says, the Burpee Reaper, it would make perfect sense after the EPM. The grid comes back as they want it, controlled with digital ID. Hey, Tandra, how are you? Speaking of watch hours, so we were talking about Martine, food from afar, and some watch hours. If you guys could give Tandra some watch hours too, because we are getting closer and closer and closer. Same with Daisy May. Who else do I have up here on my list? I'm forgetting. Oh, Runner Boy and Joe. Oh, hey, Mary's Gigs. She needs some subscribers. She has your watch hours, but she's about 300, maybe less than 300 subscribers short. Reaper says an EPM would shut off all the power. Gotcha. We got some love from Simon. Reaper says, Mr. Compass, that would help a thermal meltdown. That says, hello to Danny. Hey, that, how are you? Foreman says, everything small, computers, cars. Someone says Mary rules. To be fair, yep, a lot of fun to watch. She's a lot of fun to watch. So if anyone could subscribe, I need to. I can't drop her link because I'm on my desktop. But you guys could Google it or search it. Search it. That's the name. Let's see. So it says just a troll machine, Yogi brother. So it says Mr. Compress, what runs a cooling system in a nuclear reactor? I always suspected it might be hamsters in a little wheel. I could be wrong about that. An electric car is a troll machine too? I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about. That says watching this live is going to mess with my stress from this week. What can we do? What can we do to help with your stress? You want to do some? You want to do some breath work? Let's see if we can help ease out of that stress. Hey, do you have the weekend off? Do you have time maybe to get out in nature, take a walk? Nature is the world's greatest stress reduction machine. When you get out in nature, preferably early in the morning before a whole lot of people out, but you're getting as early sunlight as you can possibly get. For one thing, the sunlight, early morning sunlight, when it hits the eyes, sets off a neurochemical effect, producing just the right amount. Hey, thank you, Sweatin. Sweatin drops Mary's Gigs link. Thank you so much. So if it says barefoot helps, barefoot in the grass definitely helps. So yeah, the sunlight sets off a neurochemical effect, producing just the right amount of stressors, stress hormones, cortisol, norepinephrine, adrenaline, but in just the right amount to help the day get going. Just the right amount. Not that we're not being stressed out. Stressors is different than being stressed. The thing is that we need them because later on, those same hormones they begin to die off, and they leave in their waste material. They leave the material for serotonin and melatonin to be made to help us sleep at night. So that's what keeps our circadian rhythm going. A whole lot of positive benefits to the brain when we get that early morning sunlight. And then we're talking about fractal patterns. Reaper says burpees help also. Daily dose of burpees. Definitely. The fractal patterns in nature, and they're found in everything, every blade of grass, every cloud, every tree, immediately puts your brain in the alpha brainwave state, which is that light state of meditation. It's the state of inspiration. It is a state of creativity as well as relaxation. So it's a natural meditation, just being out in nature. And then, as Sniper said, being barefoot, now we're talking grounding. So even if you're out walking, if you find a moment to take your shoes off and just, I know it's difficult this time of year, but just feel that grass beneath you. Incredibly healing. That says I had 3 doctor's appointments, 2 on Wednesday and 1 yesterday. And then I had a map testing at school. So I'm just here to chill and watch. We got you, my friend. So it says slow to Malfoy. Simon says kind of want to fly into America and spend time with yogi and mindfulness breathing. Then smoke some crack. Sorry. So it's going to be in that order. Maybe we'll flip it around. Do the last thing first. Sweetness Island says, does it have to be direct sunlight? Other houses block the sunrise. Um, as long as you can get it from a window, but not quite the same. It should be direct sun. It should be natural sunlight. It does not have to be direct sunlight. So you get the same effect whether it's cloudy. You get the same effect if it's right before dawn and that first light is coming. You get the same effect that if other houses are blocking, you know, direct access to the sun, as long as the sun is shining, as long as it's even a little bit bright out, you're going to get those benefits. That says Holland the Burpee Fisherman. And Stuart says, Malfoy, are you cat? Just asking. Simon says, guys. That says, yep. Hey, good eyes, Stuart. Katniss. I just changed my name and PFP, but you can call me Arthur, not my real name. I just use Arthur for all my other channels. Got you. Simon says, tag me in. Hey, so Simon, that would help with the pre-date stress, anxiety as well. Getting out, getting that early morning sunlight. Jamie says, hi, everyone. Thanks for coming back in, Jamie. Stuart says, I like cat, like a big putty tat. Something I never thought that I would say live on YouTube. Stuart says, hey to Jamie. And we had a pretty good crowd. 30 thumbs up. That says, not to be rude, the Burpee Fisherman, but do you know who Katniss is? I don't. Reaper says, yeah, Hunger Games. Yep. I did not know that. Interesting. Interesting how people might have chosen their names. For me, I was just plain old Eric McCarty for the first few months of my videos. And 31 Thumbinos. Thanks, guys. And I would do my burpees and then I would sit and I would talk. I just ended up talking about yoga, talking about meditation. And people started asking me some questions and decided to do a live stream. And then the channel, Jamie says, hey, Yogi. The channel started taking on a theme and talking with Mocha. She was like, so what are you going to call it? Because it can't just be Eric McCarty. What would be your handle? And I was like, hey, man, I don't know what to call it. I'm just a yogi and I do burpees in my basement. There you go. That's how it happened. One boy says, Jamie, join Yogis Live and talk. That says, there's a new book coming out on March 18th. It's called The Hunger Games, Sunrise of the Reaping. It's all Haymitch. So here's a question for you guys. Having never seen the movies, having never read the books, were the movies any good versus the books? If you like the books, were the movies good? Like I've had people tell me, I've never read Harry Potter or seen the movie, any of the movies, but I've heard people say that it's one of the rare cases where the movie's just as good as the book. Let's see. Runner Boy says, just be thankful you didn't name your channel Mr. Sexy 69. That was option B. Jamie says, Runner Boy one day. Always welcome, Jamie. Brenda Boy says movies are all right. Harry Potter is good. Maybe the single best book to movie ever made is To Kill a Mockingbird. The one that had Gregory Peck. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was pretty good. That says the books always have more details. That's true than the movies, but both are still good either way. Lord of the Rings is better. Book or movie? Perhaps my all-time favorite fiction book, Lonesome Dove. And in I think it might have been 1991, maybe 1990, they made a miniseries. Tommy Lee Jones, Robert Duvall, and it was one of the rare instances where it had to be a miniseries. They couldn't make a 2-hour movie about it. They couldn't even make a 3-hour movie about it. It needed to be a miniseries. The Spiderwick Chronicles was best. Hey, you guys ever watched or read The Magicians? Never read the books. I heard they were okay. The TV series is pretty good. I think maybe 10 minute-ish or so. I'm going to wrap things up a little bit early. Attempt to get some sleep. I have for several months now. I've been surviving on about 5 hours of sleep per night, sometimes a little less, sometimes just a little bit more. So if anyone is a member of my channel, I have the breath that we demonstrated earlier today with toy pups, the 4-7-8 breath for anxiety, also helps with sleep. I did a video demonstrating how to do it. It's on the members channel. In a day or two, I think I might put it out all the way so other people can watch too. But I think if you're suffering any kind of stress, that 4-7-8 breath is pretty phenomenal. Demonstrating it, I did 3 breaths, and man, I felt like I could have stayed in that space for hours. So it says the movie. One boy says never heard of it. You can watch it on Netflix. I think you might like it. So it says Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers is the best out of the 3. Best one out of the 3. Oh, poor man says of Mice and Men. Tell me about the rabbits, George. Man, that was a good pick. That was a really good pick. So it says, you want me to join? Sure, you want to come up and help close the place down? Sean Beam was not simply walking to the Iron Throne. Oh, nope. Let's see. But Anne Frank is personally the best book ever. So pray for her. I read about her again over winter break. Even though I did that in 5th grade, then acted out roles last year for class. Anne Frank is a powerful book. And you know what? It's such a lesson for all of us. The fact that she was doomed. Anne Frank was doomed. What's up, Stuart? And yet she never gave up hope, and she never lost her humanity, and she never hated the people that were searching for her. She never hated those that were seeking to kill her. Amazing. Danny says, "Bless you, bless you, Danny." Wonderboy says, "So 2 towers are good. Why is the 3rd tower not good?"
Because there wasn't a 3rd tower. There was only 2.
Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe they needed 3 towers. You ever stop to think about that? 3 towers could be.
Deserve 3 towers. Didn't deserve 3 towers. I or Sauron. That's enough.
I don't know. I'm of the belief that 3 towers is always better than 2 towers. 4 towers is too many. 2 towers isn't enough, but 3 towers is always the perfect amount of towers.
Not
I
for
will
Helm's
stand by
Deep, it
that.
wasn't.
I'll stand by that belief. That says it is. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Can you imagine visiting the house where Anne Frank was? That feeling that you must have. You ever read? Hey, have you ever read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning? Wonderboy remembers 3. Must be the thing where stuff in the past changes.
I think Wonderboy's on the wrong film.
I've never known Wonderboy to be wrong before. That says I'm still on edge of giving more horse facts. Well, let's hear some. We're going to be live for about maybe 10 more minutes, so we can always use some horse facts.
Can I was going to sing a song.
Can you sing a song about Lord of the Rings and the Bean Dip?
No. I'll do it at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. My pancake song can wait for then.
Danny says there was only 2 towers, the Twin Towers. Yeah, sadly, my friend. That says yippee.
Nah.
Hey, Eric, thank you, my friend. We got some jewels dropped.
In the background.
So we're going to get some horse facts. Here we go. Horse facts coming up soon. Do you want to sing a song before the horse facts or after the horse facts?
I'll do mine tomorrow.
Okay, you sure? Be a Saturday night cleanup.
I know it off by heart anyway.
So make sure you hype it up. Thanks, Eric. Get the thumbs up. Hey, Eric LaPointe. We got some horse facts coming up, Eric LaPointe.
Right. I'll jump off and let thing up.
Bro, I think he's just going to type them in the chat.
Yeah. Is
he's
Reaper
welcome
still
to come
here?
up. What's that?
Is Reaper still here?
Well, here's the thing about Reaper. You never know when he might pop in. I don't think he's still here. Man, I'm really sorry to hear that he got banned for 2 weeks.
Well, it gave him an idea.
Hey, Stack. Hey, Stack says, what is this channel all about? What is this channel about? I talk about yoga, meditation, breath work. We talk about, go ahead. You know you want to say it.
But you
go ahead.
You go.
No. You had I could tell you had your heart set.
No. Right, wait a minute. Blah, blah. Course of Miracles, blah, blah, blah. Meditation, breath work, blah, blah, blah. Kettlebells. burpees, chin-ups, blah, 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 pretty cats, walk a dog, see mocha, blah, 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 have vegetarian, vegan meals, blah, blah, blah. Have an evening chat, talk about more breath work and meditation and blah, blah, blah.
There you go. Sums it up.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
Did you say burpees?
Yeah.
That's it. Let's see. That's going to type them up. Sniper says, greetings, Haystack Sniper. So we have 2 snipers in the house.
So what sniper's going to out-sniper who?
We got Haystack Sniper and we got Squirrel Sniper.
I don't know Haystack Sniper, but I'll back a squirrel.
Oh, yeah. How did Reaper get banned? He was supposedly talking about some stuff I guess you're not supposed to talk about. Seems weird. All right, here we go. Horses lock their legs while sleeping so they don't collapse. Huh. It makes sense, but I never thought about it. Weirdly enough. Do I ever pick up huckers? What is a hucker? I guess if someone dropped it, a hucker, I'd certainly pick it up and hand it back to you. If they are littering, do people litter huckers? That doesn't sound. I'd probably pick it up. I don't like littering.
It's hooker. Hook. Oh no, Yogi, no.
What?
It's not a huck. It's not a hucker.
I know what he means.
It's a hooker.
I know what he means. But I get to retranslate anything I read whenever I want. That's the benefit of being in somewhat control of the conversation, right? But if you don't, let's see, Yaya says, hey, Danny, the goal is you want to carry it on as long as possible. So that's why you want to keep it going.
This is the difference between you and Dan, right? And Poor Man's Jim still here. I can see the complete opposites. He wades through all the trolls that he has laid waste to, and you talk to them.
Well, yeah, they're people. Why wouldn't I talk to them? It's just, trying to be funny. Some are more successful than others. I don't think even the mean people view themselves as being mean. They're trying to get something. They want something. Even if it's just attention, even if it's just a little bit of energy. I got plenty of energy and I got plenty of attention. Let's see. Haystack Sniper says, very cool. Well, horses can live up to 25 or 30 years. Hey, have you ever read Animal Farm? I'm trying to think of the name of the horse that was in Animal Farm. For some reason, I bet you Eric LaPointe would know that. Yaya says, what's up, chatters? Not much, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Ask Bounce, I like that name. Horses are beautiful creatures. Yeah, they are. Definitely. And Haystack says, Slow Squirrel Sniper. That says they are beautiful. Horses can't breathe through their mouths. Huh.
I was just going to say something. If horses can't breathe through their mouth, that's why their nostrils are so big.
That's what makes them natural yogis. The nasal breathing.
So we're going to have to find a horse head for you. You're a natural born yogi and a natural born horse. You're just missing your horse mask.
Missing my. It's not called a snout.
Horse
What is
mask.
it called?
Oh, it's a long face.
There's actually no white horses. It's just a gray. Huh. Zephyr says they've only got love for ammunition. Horses can't breathe through the mouth. I'm still stuck on that. Danny says, I wonder where Soma is. Yeah, we haven't seen Soma tonight.
I know
What's
what
she's
Toy
gonna-
Pups is.
She live streaming?
Toy Pups was last seen in Mark's channel. Gravity.
Oh.
Horse.
Oh, cool. That says racehorses can reach up to 67 kilometers an hour while galloping, running. What is that? Anyone know? What is that in miles per hour?
Just to ask the same question.
Zephyr says you can create your own reality, especially in some pronunciations. Agreed. Ponies are any of several breeds of horses that stand less than 56.8 inches high.
I know that watching one of the races on YouTube that do horse racing, I know there was a horse going at 40 miles an hour.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking 40, 67 kilometers.
One boy says horses that do. We do the horse yogi. What do we do to the horse? We forgive the horse, runner boy. That
Actually,
expression.
scrap the horse mask for you, Yogi. I don't want you to end up being a victim to Mungo.
Oh, Blazing Saddles. Now, what about when Arnold punched the camel? What was the better scene? Alex Kress punching the horse or Arnold punching a camel?
Oh, Mungo punching the horse.
You think so? It was first. No one ever saw anyone punch a horse before until Alex Kress. There are over 300 horse breeds. I didn't know that. No, a male baby horse is called a colt, while a female baby is a filly. Then they grow up to be a stallion or gelding, and a mare. Let's hope that they grow up to be stallions.
Geldings are more used for domestic stuff.
Right.
You know, having a field to keep as a pet. Some geldings do become racehorses. Stallions are more for breeding purposes.
Right. Horses have the largest eyes of any land mammal, positioned on the side of their heads. Their eyes give them a wide field of vision, almost 360 degrees. Their blind spots are in front of their noses and behind. Thanks for the jewels, Eric. And gotta go. Sorry, but that's all the facts I got. I appreciate it. For now, that's all. Well, we always have next time. We got more Jacob love. Thank you, Jacob. The Greeks had a ancient sacrificial ritual, sending a lone horse off the cliff into the seas, linked with Pegasus. I definitely don't care for that ritual. Of course, I don't really care for any sacrificial ritual. Is that where we get a Philly steak from? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm trying to work out something here. A Pegasus to come off a cliff. A horse magically grows wings to go fly. Okay, I'm trying to work out how that could be possible. And where would you get a Philly cheesesteak? Philly steak, Philly cheesesteak. Good question. Where would you get a Philly cheesesteak sandwich? I know, New York.
Mm-hmm. Or is it from a filly? Is what he's asking. Horse meat.
Well, well, we across here the pond have been eating horse meat for thousands of years, hundreds of years, whatever.
So it's funny.
Listen, man.
Shifted position. That in some people, some places, that's considered horrible. Eat a horse. In other places, eating dogs completely natural. Eating dogs and cats completely natural. But you shift the perspective, and it becomes horrible.
But there must be. See, this is where I've tried to explain things. Where we have a Grand National here, which is one of the biggest horse races of the year.
It did make me smile, Joshua.
If a horse breaks its leg, it gets put to sleep. So the meat that's on that animal would be a waste just for it to be buried.
Right.
It should be turned into a purpose.
Here's a question. Why, when a horse breaks its leg, when an animal is suffering, we consider it humane to end the life? And when a human being is suffering, we consider it humane to extend the life, even though people are suffering, as long as possible.
Good question. I think the answer would be that horses' legs have got to be 100% strong on all four.
Yeah, couldn't we say the same for us, though? We wouldn't survive on our own if we were, paralyzed. If we didn't have machines that kept us alive, we wouldn't survive. Get a thumbs up from Eric LaPointe. Thanks again, Eric. I don't have a position either way. Just curious how we, again, just a shift of perception and everything changes. It's illegal in Ireland to eat horse, says Runner Boy. Sniper says, or a chef called Phil. More Jacob love. Thank you, Jacob. Let's see. I missed. What did Pokemon say? Joshua, Philly cheesecake. That's hilarious. Not everyone's going to get that joke.
Hello, Jacob. I didn't say hello, but hi.
Runner Boy says, usually horse carcasses are sent to zoos to feed the animals if it dies. That makes sense.
Well, that saves a waste of an animal right enough.
Not for the animals that need to eat or make dog food. I know that some people make dog food out of horses. Pokemon says someone should tell Stuart that Joshua was just horsing around.
There was a company across here called Findus, and they were put into very, very hot water because the lasagnas that they were supplying to supermarkets contained horse meat. And it wasn't based on the ingredients it said on the packet.
Jacob says hi back. Sniper says, Eric, maybe because medical will be happy to keep the research going. Yeah, sadly, Sniper, that might be the case.
I agree with Sniper there. Hello, Zara. Welcome in. I'm trying to think what else would be. See, this is like a. I saw a post on a billboard. I saw a post on a billboard. When does an animal stop being an animal for us to eat?
What do you mean, us?
For people who eat meat.
Speak for yourself.
For people who eat meat, where's the cutoff?
You notice that we have to call it meat or pork. One of the few things that we call what we actually eat is chickens. Chickens are such an amazingly affectionate animal. You know anyone who's ever had a pet chicken? They have the
Me?
emotional intelligence. Have you? They're amazing animals, aren't they?
Hmm.
They're so intelligent. They have the emotional intelligence of a 2-year-old child. They're affectionate. They will come when you call for them. They will run up to greet you. I got a friend who raises chickens in York, Pennsylvania, um, and it turned him into, at the very least, a vegetarian.
I mean,
For
I
me,
love eggs and I love chicken. I mean, free range best off.
right,
Organic would be better. Um, but I can deal with free range. Grass fed animals. Yep. I
Joshua says
don't
he.
like I don't like things that are wrapped in cellophane.
Yep, I agree. Joshua says yes. He used to work on a farm. I know a friend of mine who has chickens.
Mhm.
It is it? He's not really a friend, but he was talking to me on my old account. Gotcha. Sarah says hi again. We got more Jacob love. A dog cat does not provide much meat. Cows, pigs, chicken provide a lot of meat for the body size. Depends on the dog.
Well, if you've got a big, massive Newfoundland or St. Bernard or
But if you're raising a dog for food, it's going to be bigger. It's going to be plump.
because you're force feeding it.
Yep, same with a cat.
Hmm.
Sure, Joshua, go ahead. Joshua says, can I drop the link? Always feel free.
Um, if you get that link, Yogi, send it to me in Messenger, please. Links don't work
Yep.
for me on a vertical.
We're going to wrap things up, I
But
think, after the link gets dropped.
I was gonna say, see, I
Thanks,
know
Danny.
for what I've seen across, like your side of the pond to us across here. I mean, our welfare is above and beyond how it should, how what people think it is above that. And I know that across the pond, as you've said on many live streams, I understand fully why you've done what you've done.
Right.
I just wish that some of the things that we've got across here could be implemented to you guys across the pond.
We are stuck in our ways. It's not going to change for anyone.
That happens, unfortunately.
Yep, agreed. Agreed. Thank you, Joshua. I sent you the link, Stuart.
Thank you.
Man, he has a lot of subscribers. It's a big channel. Like 355K. Well done.
Hello, my ribeye brother.
Hey, Leo. What's up, Yogi? Wish you a great day. You too, Leo. Sanford says doctors all are out of practice, so we must be patients, the patients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the medical industry, incredible in so many ways. Um, you know, I've seen my experience as a caregiver. I've seen some really caring, upstanding doctors. I've also seen doctors I got to wonder about why they're even in this, aside from the money, I guess. In the medical industry, as soon as anything becomes an industry, it loses contact with its humanness. You know what I mean?
Corporations.
Yep. Danny says, Yogi, have a good night. We all love you. Thank you, Danny. Thank you so much, my friend. Man, I see Danny so many different live streams, and he's always Danny. meaning he's just this awesome person, always doing what he does, no matter where you see him.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Remember, I told you that my family friend that passed away.
Yeah.
His name was Danny.
Nice coincidence. It's a good name. Joshua says his channel management team is slow to respond to me. I'm not sure why, especially after having talked with me before. Maybe just because his channel's so big now.
See, this is where Simon was saying to me. This is exactly what Simon said to me. I kind of lost touch when I was like below the 1,000. And it's like, as soon as you start growing your channel, the friends that you actually speak to slip away.
Right.
And it's
Yeah, I
like
can see that.
your full focus is basically your YouTube channels because that's what people are wanting to watch. So you kind of lose sight of friends. But I've always said to Simon that I'll always be there for him, regardless.
Joshua says Danny joined me in my other friend's live stream. Nice. And Cypher says value on a life is despicable. For me, I mentioned this before. I don't see myself being more than. I don't want to set a number. You never know what's going to happen. I don't want to hold myself back any. But 10K subscribers, I think would be cool. 10K that participate in one way or the other. 10K that at least check in on occasion. You know what I mean? Watch an occasional video, stop in and say hi. But I don't see, like, I could see Joshua easily being a 100K channel. But me, I don't really do anything.
You do more than enough, Yogi. Listen
But
to me. Listen to me.
For select
Listen to me.
people, and that's not a slight on me. I'm not knocking myself. I'm a select. You know what I mean? Not everyone is gonna.
Everyone. Regardless, you help everyone.
That's the plan.
If you see someone struggling, you help them. You give words of wisdom. You give so many chances to people that most people would just like fob off. Just like, yeah, I'm done with you, but you are persistent. You're relentless. I'll give you that. But you're doing it. Your heart and soul is in the right place. You know what goals you want in life. And you'll get there. You're not a quitter. You've never quit. Even when you were running, you never quit. You didn't give up, did you?
It's an interesting question. In ultra running, yeah, there were times. Everyone does. My very first 100-mile attempt, 66 miles. And I remember walking to the car, thinking about the race, and someone came up and put the hand on my shoulder and said, "You'll get it next time. Don't be upset." And all of a sudden it occurred to me, you know what? I ran 66 freaking miles. I ran 16 more miles than I've ever run before. And I did it in a beautiful trail next to a river on one side and a canal on the other. I saw turtles, I saw beavers, deer. It was beautiful. How could I ever be upset running 66 miles? And I never got upset ever again in any race, no matter what happened, because I was doing what I absolutely love to do.
It's like me.
Fishing.
It's not the same thing as me. I started doing exercises years ago. Lost touch with it altogether. But seed was always there. I just wanted something to make it sprout.
Right.
Now,
Here you are.
maybe I'm too little too late, but if I can bulk myself out, then maybe I can try and do something.
Definitely not too late. Definitely not too
I
late.
want to give the Highland Games a bash.
You want to what?
I want to give the Highland Games a bash.
Oh, that would be awesome. You definitely should. I told you one of our first conversations. That's always something that I regret that I didn't train for and give a shot for, especially because they have weight classes. You know, I was a
I know they're ridiculous,
I,
but I mean,
I
I'll
was pretty
manage.
fit and strong at about 170 to 180. That was a good weight for me. Joshua, let me get to Joshua real quick. I believe you about my channel because I had this channel for just over 4 months. I am now past 6.4K. Wow. But I don't believe you about your channel because you are a huge inspiration to everyone you meet. Thank you, Joshua. You are amazing with your studies, your shape, wisdom, intelligence, kind heart, amid with your commitment. Thank you so much. Joshua says he will become famous. That I have no doubt that Joshua will be famous. But I think he will also. I do have
Yogi,
the goal.
you've
Just want to
you've
support
got
myself
to
on
look,
YouTube by doing what I love to do.
you've got to look at this from the outside looking in. For the people who come to your live streams, doesn't matter who or where, you welcome everybody in and you treat everybody equal. There's no favoritism. There's nothing. There's just you and whoever comes in. We are here to support you because of the support you give everybody.
Well, thank you.
I mean it, Yogi. You mean a lot to some people. Just, I'm not going to say to everyone because some people might not appreciate you because that's just life. But to the most important people that are here, day in, day out, you've helped me out of a tight spot. Words of wisdom and words of wisdom, and we've had that conversation.
Right.
You got me out of a hole.
We got some donuts from Danny. Thank you, Danny.
Where's the coffee? Where's the coffee?
He sent some coffee earlier. So Danny, we might need an extra cup.
Well, we need a cup to wash it down with.
Joshua says, if I am famous and I have 500K subscribers, I will be here and share with my community every time. Wow. Sniper says, I know that to be true. Joshua, Sniper says, this time next year, you'll be twice the sub account amount. Cosmic ordered. Thank you, Sniper.
Just remember who your friends are, Joshua. Right, Yogi. Are you
Yep.
going to wrap it up?
I am. Thanks for joining, Stuart.
Have you had your vitamin tablet?
Yep.
Supplement?
Yep.
Good.
Good to go. I'm going to round up the cat and head to bed.
Here's an extra call. One cup. Man, that better be one big cup.
Joshua says, I will not forget any of you. I appreciate that, Joshua. I appreciate all that you do and who you do it for. My great talent is being lucky because I just got lucky with the community that we're building. That all these sort of diverse factors coming together different groups that you wouldn't think, um, you know, what's there in common, but everyone's just coming together and helping each other out. It's absolutely beautiful. Joshua says, "Let me see your cat."
I would definitely say that what Toy Pup said earlier in your last live to this one. We might be a bunch of misfits. We've all got baggage, but we are all here to help each other.
I agree. Can you see Joshua?
Hello. It's
Hey.
a butt cat.
A pretty cat.
It's a butt cat.
Two. I got one downstairs. They're sisters. I adopted them when they were 10 years old because the person at the shelter told Mocha they were afraid no one would want them because I think I mentioned this because they're one black cats because they're two. Someone might take one and not the other, which she thought would be sad because being sisters and bonded together for 10 years to have, as soon as Mocha said that to me, I was like, well, I guess I have two cats.
Can't have one without the other.
Unfortunately, I can't get a dog because the cats don't like dogs at all. They don't like Misty. And since they're senior cats, I want them to have, as long as they're alive, the life that they deserve. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be in a state of stress.
Do you want you to remind me of Yogi? I'm not going to be funny when I say this, but I think when your dearly departed pretty tats disappear to the over the Rainbow Bridge,
Thanks, Joshua.
I think you doing what Sylvester Stallone done, going down to the dog pound and get yourself a dog
Maybe.
and basically keep the dog going until its last years.
I like that thought a lot, actually.
Or maybe
Because the reason being, when you watch any of the Rocky films, he started off with Burgess,
Right.
a young dog. Then he went back to the pound, and he found a dog, and he went, "That's it." It was an old timer. It really hadn't basically, however time you want to call time, but he gave that dog his best life. I could see you doing the same thing.
I like that thought, actually. I forget there's a Hollywood actor now who is never liked dogs, and someone convinced him. Let's see, Danny says, Yogi, cats are beautiful. Thank you. Hey, relaxing. Sampa says, Night All, up shortly, another Saturday in the Woodlands. May go live again, Eric. Hopefully, catch you then. I'll be on the lookout for you, Sniper. Joshua says, yes, Danny, true. Yeah, this one's a little bit bigger. This one loves being upstairs, stays with me all through the day. The other one loves doing yoga with me. I need to catch that on film. When I do my yoga postures in the morning, she will stretch out and do her own little yoga routine. She,
Put it in your members.
I should.
Not necessarily, but so everybody could see it.
Do one for your members and do one for the public. Put
Um,
it for members first, and then you can make it public.
right. And she will trace sunbeams. Wherever the sunbeam is, that's where she is all through the course of the day. So she will be like way over here in the sunbeam in the morning, and then in the afternoon she'll be here. So I can literally tell time by where she is. Instead of having a sundial, I have a sun cat.
Talk
You ask
about
me what time
sundial.
it is. Ask me what time it is tomorrow, and I'll say, well, I think it's about half past the cat.
Two cat hairs past a whisker.
Nice.
Relaxing says, only honestly people and friends. I like only true honest, not fake friends. I agree, relaxing.
I mean, I was going to mention about, since you said about sundials, to me, they're the most useless implement ever known not to work.
Sometimes they do.
I have never saw a sundial work in all my days.
Dogs are
It's true.
up there too.
I've never seen a sundial work.
I bet you Sniper has.
No, I've had a splitting hot day. The sun shines on it. Can't tell the time.
Danny says, I think the cat fart. It would not surprise me.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Joshua.
Awesome. Gosh.
Yep. We got 5 gifted memberships. Who do we have? Tasso is new. Tomcat is new. Hey, Rokushimo, who I always say the name. Fish and Chefing is new as well. Stacy Nat. Stacy hasn't been here for a while.
Well, I'll
Thank
bring
you
her
so much.
back.
Awesome.
I'll bring her back. Tomcat Josh, I know very well. He's
Dude.
good.
Yeah, I've seen him. Some live
He's
streams.
good.
Fish and Chefing, I believe we just met not long ago.
Mm-hmm. I've got my other set of memberships to be gifted out on the 2nd of February.
Cool. Hey, relaxing. I sent you a little something. I couldn't find your PayPal account, but I sent something from your channel. All right. So with that, we're going to wrap things up.
Joshua, if you want to, it's up to yourself, though. I don't pressurize anybody, but you can keep it going with a lower rate. Just because it's been gifted out to my highest tier, you can drop it down to what suits you. You
I
can
bought
do that
people
with anybody.
memberships because Stuart bought me one.
Mm-hmm.
And because he will have member videos, so give people a chance to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Alexis says, I don't have my friend Eric. I hope you got one. Danny says, Stuart, do you have a pet?
I'm not covered in fur. I
Don't even think it.
I don't go me out
I did have a dog, but I've kind of got my mum and dad's 2 Jack Russells, and if I'm at my aunt and uncle's house, Zaggy's basically my other dog.
Yeah, that's how it is with me.
My uncle, I had beautiful goldfish. I had actually a bunch of different kinds of goldfish. I had 2 Blackmoors, I had Chaplumpkins, I had Fantails. Oh man, that tank was awesome. I wish I still had it.
Well, maybe some other time.
Well, you never know what's going to happen in the future.
This is true. All right. So with that, let's wrap things up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see everyone tomorrow. I'll be here. I'll be here at 5. Blackstick says I never have and never use. Hey, Mango.
Hey, Mango.
Joshua says yes, some of the time. Sweating and smiling together. Says we have a fish. Cool. I have cats. I have houseplants. Not sure which one I like more. I like houseplants. Jamie says, hi, Yogi. Hey, Jamie. This is the end.
You missed a
Mango
bunch,
says,
Mango.
what did I miss? Oh, we talked a little bit about this and talked a little bit about that. Talked about cats. We talked about dogs and fish. We talked about after.
And other decent things.
Yep. We talked about the possibility of life after death. We talk about friends.
Right.
All right.
Everybody.
We're wrapping things up, Mango. Jamie says hi to everyone. Guys,
Hey,
I will
Jamie.
see you tomorrow. Got to get some sleep. Thanks, Care. Namaste, my friends.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll put my phone down. Amnesty. 11 prayers for everybody.
Yep, Joshua says namaste. I just thought it would be easier if I, instead of sending you a little bit that I did on YouTube, you get to keep more on PayPal. Danny says, good night, Yogi. Sweet dreams. Thank you, Danny. Jamie
And
says, take care, Yogi, and everyone. You too, Jamie.
it is 17 days until my birthday.
Yep.
No, it's not. It's not 17 days. Is it? Yeah, 17 days.
If you last that long.
17 days until I'm 34. Woohoo.
If you last that long. So I heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Wendy just said. That's Wendy just said that.
It's going to be a good birthday.
Right.
You've been better shape with this year than you were last year.
Oh, definitely. 100%.
All right. So with that said, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to see everyone tomorrow. Thank you, Stuart. Wendy, have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. See you guys.
See you afters.
Yep.
Night nights.